Get ready for cargo shots from the Strait Times, presented by Hactl. Here's a weekly roundup of the latest air freight and logistics news.
How much revenue growth has Qatar Airways cargo seen since the pandemic? What is the new hub for Lufthansa cargo? And Emirates has unveiled its A380 in Emirates Courier Express livery. Stay tuned with us as we discuss the top interesting stories of this week from the world of air cargo. I am Nikita Sebastian and you are watching Cargo Shots presented by Hactl. Emirates has revealed a striking new livery on its A380 aircraft to promote its door-to-door delivery service, Emirates Courier Express, which was officially launched on April 2nd. The airline debuted the special livery this week on a flight to Johannesburg, blending passenger and parcel transport. The A380 features a livery designed to resemble craft paper packaging with torn wrap graphics revealing the UAE flag, special delivery stamps and the Emirates Courier Express logo emblazoned on both sides of the fuselage and all four engines. This marks the first cargo-themed branding on an Emirates passenger aircraft. The project was executed entirely in-house by Emirates Engineering, requiring a full repaint of the aircraft. This rollout underscores the carrier's ambition to integrate its global passenger network with Emirates Sky Cargo's logistics capabilities. Challenge Group has launched its Boeing 777-300ER SF conversion program, marking a significant step in its fleet expansion and modernization plans. The first aircraft registered under a Maltese AOC is now at the Israel Aerospace Industries facility in Tel Aviv for conversion, making it the first B777-300ER SF of its kind in the EASA region. Designed to carry nearly 100 tons of cargo, the aircraft is expected to enter service this year. According to CEO Yossi Shukran, the group plans to convert 3 additional aircraft, with options for 4 more, potentially growing the fleet to 10 B777-300ER SFs over the next 5 years. Qatar Airways Cargo recorded $4.8 billion in revenue for FY 2024-2025. A 17% increase year-on-year, marking its strongest performance since the pandemic. While chargeable weight declined by 4% to 1.5 million tons, the carrier retained its position as the world's largest freight airline with a 7.11% market share. The growth was driven by agility in shifting market conditions, digitalization, and operational reliability. Cargo volumes at Hamad International Airport rose 6.5% to 2.6 million tons. The airline also inaugurated a 5,260 square meter state-of-the-art animal center in Doha, now the world's largest single carrier facility of its kind, and operated 2019 charters, including for MotoGP and Formula One. Parent company Qatar Airways Group reported revenue of $23.22 billion and net profit of $2.1 billion with cargo. Singapore Airlines reported a 4.4% rise in cargo revenue to $2.2 billion for the year ending March 31, 2025, driven by strong demand for e-commerce and perishables, along with sea freight disruptions. Cargo and mail volumes rose 16% to 1.1 million tons, while capacity expanded 10.1%. The cargo load factor increased to 56.1%, though yields dropped 7.8% due to competitive pressures. SIA's cargo network spanned 132 destinations across 37 countries at the end of March 31, 2025. The group operated 205 aircraft as of March 31, 2025, including 7 freighters and 78 aircraft on order. Group revenue rose to $19.5 billion, with net profit up 3.9% to $2.8 billion, supported by a $1.1 billion non-cash gain from the Air India-Vistara merger. Lufthansa Cargo is expanding its southern European presence by integrating ITA Airways belly-hold cargo capacity into its global network starting 16 June 2025. Initial routes include flights from Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Buenos Aires to Rome-Fiumicino Airport, which becomes Lufthansa Cargo's fifth international hub alongside Frankfurt, Munich, Vienna and Brussels. This marks the first major network integration since Lufthansa Group acquired a 41% stake in ITA Airways earlier this year. The phased integration, pending regulatory approvals, aims to fully manage ITA's cargo capacities across all routes, boosting Lufthansa Cargo's global belly capacity by nearly 20%. Ashwin Bhatt, CEO of Lufthansa Cargo, and Jörg Eberhard, CEO and General Manager of ITA Airways, highlighted the partnership's potential to unlock Rome's cargo capacity and offer more flexible, reliable trade connections for customers worldwide. The German cargo carrier has finalized its executive board with Gregor Klusner joining as CFO, CHRO and Labour Director on 1 July 2025. Frank Bauer, currently CFO and Labour Director, will take over as COO on the same day. Since CEO Ashwin Bhatt's appointment in April 2023 following Dorothea von Boxberg's move to lead Brussels Airlines, the executive board had only 2 members. Initially, Bhatt served alongside Dietmar Vogt, who later left to become CEO and MD at Lufthansa Industry Solutions, after which Bauer joined the board. Under Bhatt's leadership, the now complete executive team is set to drive Lufthansa Cargo's growth and global market presence. Cargolux, AIT Worldwide Logistics and Microsoft have signed their largest ever sustainable aviation fuel agreement, running from 2025 to 2027, targeting a reduction of 66,000 tons of CO2 equivalent emissions. The SAF, sourced sustainably from used cooking oil and tallow, will be blended into Cargolux's operations at its key hub, Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport, supporting Microsoft's cloud logistics server rack shipments. The partnership also highlights the commitment to transparency by utilizing the Roundtable on Sustainable Biomaterials registry, which enables the tracking and verification of SAF usage. The fuel complies with rigorous EU and CORSIA certification standards, strengthening the credibility of the claimed emission reductions. Meanwhile, FedEx has secured its biggest SAF supply deal in the US with Neste. Starting May 2025, over 8,800 tons of blended SAF with at least 30% neat SAF will be delivered to Los Angeles International Airport. This marks FedEx's first major SAF deployment in the US, supporting its goal of achieving carbon-neutral operations by 2040. Neste's SAF is made entirely from renewable waste and residue materials. Thank you for joining us on this week's Cargo Shots. Stay updated by hitting the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and visiting www.stattimes.com for daily news updates. We will be back next week with a new episode of Cargo Shots featuring more interesting stories.
You've been watching Cargo Shots from the Start Times, presented by Hactl. See you next week with more updates from the air cargo and logistics industry.